Hey guys, welcome back to another video and part 2 of the Great Ocean Road. So if you haven't already watched part 1, I do highly recommend jump back and watch it because there are so many cool spots, especially if you're going to be visiting the area. You want to make a nice long list, the same as I did. Now today I will be pretty much going from the 12 Apostles, and then tomorrow I'll be wrapping up at the Bay of Islands. So I've got a fair bit to fit in between now and then, but luckily everything is relatively close together. Now this intro I've been trying to film all morning, so I'm going to be backtracking and showing you guys what I've been up to, but it has been so windy I physically could not talk. So I think I need to maybe invest in like one of the little microphones with the little fluffy head on it, just so that I can actually talk when it is windy. But let's get straight into it. I'll give you guys a bit of a recap and then we'll jump into the rest of the day. Now this entire area of the Port Campbell National Park is actually world famous for all of the incredible limestone formations, which have honestly been formed over millions of years of just pure erosion. So these will include the 12 Apostles, of course, but the Razorback here is, you know, along with many of the other places in the area, super easy to access and also very popular. So just make sure you pick your timing. I would highly recommend getting in nice and early so you can see all of these cool spots. This entire section of the Great Ocean Road, everything is actually really close together. So if you're driving from one spot to the other, it might be like a couple of minutes. And then even right where I am now, so from the Razorbacks right through to Thunder Cave, you can just walk between each one, which is amazing. I am walking a little bit further down. I'm just going to go check out a couple of spots out this way. actually quite hard to find, but I was able to find it on the map and come out here. Now I won't be going past the gate. I'm going to follow the rules. It does say closed for a reason, but I'm going to see if I can get my drone up and see if I can get a really cool shot from the other side. Even though I had a very long list of places that I wanted to go and see today, I have actually ticked all of them off. So I've got a bit of time to kill before I head to Baker's Oven for sunset tonight. So I figured I would come out to Point Campbell and do the Discovery Walk. It does follow essentially the coastline along, so it's absolutely beautiful. So I'll show you guys some of the really good spots along the way. Okay, so I did warm up after my little walk. So I found a little sheltered beach that is pretty local to where I was just walking. So I figured I'd head down. I don't know if it's still warm enough to swim, but I might even just lay on the beach for a couple of hours and actually just relax. That spot would have been so magical. I decided not to hike down to the bottom of it just because, first of all, I didn't realize it was a hike, and second of all, it's 5 p.m. I can tell it's high tide, so I was just like, oh, it's not really worth the effort to put in when I would just have to turn around as soon as I got to the bottom. So I have got 2 more hours until sunset, so I've got plenty of time to kill. So I might go and check out a couple more spots that weren't on my list, but I'm like, I've got extra time, so let's see what we can get in before sunset. So this morning I've actually come back out to the 12 Apostles. I did come here yesterday morning, but it was quite windy and pretty overcast, so it's kind of the same today but less wind, which is always nice. But today is actually supposed to be a really clear day, so I'm super keen. I've got about 9 spots that I want to go and visit, so we have got a lot to jam pack in, so let's get straight into it. First of all, I need coffee, and then we will see where we're heading to first.
Now, it's interesting to note that although this is called the 12 Apostles, apparently there was never actually 12 to begin with. So all things aside, there are actually only 8 remaining today, and due to erosion, I'm sure that we will continue to see these historical rock formations slowly disappear. But look, probably won't be happening in our lifetime, so make sure you do get here and check these out, because it is something else entirely when you see them up close and personal.
So my first stop of the day was the Arch, but it is unfortunately closed, so I've come straight out to the London Bridge. Wait till you guys see this spot.
Now, my next stop along the Great Ocean Road was the Grotto, which is not too far down from the London Bridge. Now, I absolutely love this location just for so many reasons, but mostly because it's so unique to all of the other viewpoints along the Great Ocean Road. Not to discredit them at all, but the grotto was essentially created from erosion, from the wind and the ocean, and this created a really cool window that peeks into the sinkhole at the bottom. So I highly recommend this spot, an absolute must-see.
So from the Bay of Martyrs, you can actually follow along this little coastal walk which stops off at Worm Bay and then ends up at Halliday Point, which I'm hoping will be absolutely stunning, so I'm going to head that way now. So I'm heading to my second last spot, which is the Childers Cove Beach. It looks absolutely beautiful already. The water is so blue, so I'm gonna go and suss this one out, see if it's worthwhile laying on the beach, although it's still quite windy, so we'll see. And then I've got my very last spot, which is Magic Rock. I believe it's a bit of a hike to get to that one, so I'll make sure I've got some daylight left to get there. update on Magic Rock, I did actually get out to the location, and call it gut instinct or whatever you want, I did decide to bail on hiking out there just because when I got there, there was a car parked there with two guys and they came over to me and started chatting and just saying that they had finished the hike, they were about to go again, and then asked me if I was going. And I just felt that that meant that if I started walking, they would come with me, and I didn't really want that at all. So I just decided to bail on it altogether, and I decided to detour over to the Allansford end location for the Great Ocean Road. So I had coffee, got some lunch, and now I have detoured back to a beautiful little lookout spot. So I'm going to wrap up this video here. Thank you guys so much for following along again. Hopefully I've given you some really cool take-home points of where to see on the Great Ocean Road, but it is such a magical strip, and hopefully I can show you guys even more cool spots in Victoria while I am still here for a couple more weeks. So I'll see you guys next week.